Title: Wife, 60, found cheating, son faces dilemma. I confronted her again tonight after stumbling upon those highly explicit messages. She simply told me, "Don't worry about it, it's none of your business." Hi everybody! I'm leading a goal of 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I truly believe we can achieve it together. So if you could hit that subscribe button, it would really mean a lot to me. Now, let's dive into the story. So, I'm a 20-year-old male and my mother, who's 60, is cheating on my father, and I'm unsure how to handle it. He begins by saying that his mom has been acting quite oddly lately. She's been spending a significant amount of time on the phone with someone whenever my dad isn't around, and I've caught her talking to this person multiple times. I became suspicious yesterday when I noticed an iPhone connected to my network with my mom's name on it. My mom isn't tech-savvy, so she entrusts me with various accounts, including her email. I found a bank withdrawal notice for an amount that matched the price of an iPhone in her email's trash folder. My mom has never owned a smartphone before, so this was highly unusual and a major red flag that something was amiss. Shortly after piecing this together, I found the iPhone hidden in her room, plugged into the charger. I quickly discovered who she was communicating with through our shared landline records, which she must have used to talk to this guy before purchasing her own smartphone and adding a plan. I found the guy's social media profile, and it's quite apparent that's how they met. My mom had even mentioned something about this guy to me months ago. He has tagged my mom in public posts, and he seems pretty inept at hiding any of this. I was panicking about the situation and felt extremely unsettled, so I accessed my mom's laptop to open her social media account and see if I could uncover what was going on. I understand that I may have crossed some boundaries here, but I didn't know what else to do. I immediately found very obvious messages between my mom and the guy she's talking to, and I've taken screenshots in case they get deleted. There is absolutely no doubt that she's cheating. I confronted my mom about buying an iPhone last night, and she just said, "Don't worry about it." I confronted her again tonight after finding those very explicit messages and told her that I was extremely uncomfortable and that I knew she bought an iPhone to talk to a guy she met online. She just told me, "Don't worry about it, it's none of your business." From her body language, I could tell she was extremely tense and nervous about being confronted. I don't like discussing my parents' relationship much, but I feel it's relevant information to include here. My mom has essentially ignored my dad for as long as I can remember. They never do anything together. My mom refuses to go on dates when my dad asks her, and they haven't slept in the same room for over 10 years now. Their marriage is, by almost anyone's standards, over, and my mom hasn't shown any effort to revive it. My mom has never worked during my parents' 30-plus-year marriage, so the fact that she spent over $800 on an iPhone without anyone's knowledge is a huge issue regardless of her infidelity. There's no way my dad would find out, thanks to the fact that my mom controls nearly all of our finances, and he doesn't have any access to it. To add to all this stress, my long-distance girlfriend will be moving in with me in only 3 weeks, and this situation is making her horribly anxious about her move. I'm lost and I don't know what to do. I'm probably going to have to tell my dad at some point if my mom won't confess herself, but I wanted to get some more opinions before I proceed. Does anyone have any idea how I can handle this without creating a massive amount of drama, if that's even possible at this point? To sum everything up, I found out that my mom was cheating on my dad yesterday. My girlfriend is moving in with me and my parents in only a few weeks, and I've been panicking ever since. Wow, let me share my thoughts. At 60 years old, and let me make sure I got that right, yeah, mom is 60. Mom is cheating at 60 years old. Why am I not surprised? First of all, I'm just going to say this, yes, let your dad know immediately. I wouldn't even give your mother the chance to tell, because I feel like she won't, and if she did, you already know what she's going to do. She's going to give him half-truths. She's going to say, "We just talked about these things," and she'll delete the explicit stuff that you saw. Luckily, you took screenshots and things like that. But I can tell you right now, she's not going to tell him the whole truth. You would have to show the screenshots anyway. So, I would bring it up to my father. But man, she controls all the finances, she never had to work. You know, the sad thing is, she's 60 right now doing all this stuff. They were married for 30 plus years. She's probably been doing this for a long time. She was doing this back in the day, you know, when they first got married, probably before they got married. When they were 15 years in, when you were just a little kid at school, when mom was at home and dad was at work, yeah, mom was probably cheating. This isn't new to her. That's why she just told you, don't worry about it, it's none of your business. Just let it go. This is something she's been doing. Yeah, I'd tell him. I'd let my dad know. Hopefully he takes action and protects himself. You've got the screenshots, you've got all the information. I would go to my dad, let him make a decision. Hopefully, the decision is to confront the situation head on. But it's scary that she has access and control of all the money. I would definitely let dad know first so he can make a wise decision if he does decide to take legal action or separate. He can get a good lawyer that'll make sure he gets what's fair. Because if you let her tell him, she might go ahead and do what she needs to do, get a lawyer just in case, hide money, move money around, then confront him, knowing that you're going to tell and confirm things. He tries to act and she's already got her foot on the gas. She filed first, she's already moved some money around. Yeah, I would. Hopefully you let your dad know as quickly as possible. There wasn't an update, I was hoping there was an update. But we could see if you jumped in the comments or anything and updated anybody. So guys, let's just go ahead now and check out these comments. Someone said, man, your mom is a character. I'd show it to your dad and let him deal with it. The fact that she controls all the finances without working is the crazy thing to me. Make sure to protect your dad from financial abuse too. Absolutely. Another person said, want to see abuse? Watch when she files for divorce. Never worked means huge alimony payments and at least a couple years of support. He's in trouble. Someone else commented, yeah, tell your dad. Full documentation and explanation. Another advised, tell your dad. He already knows your mom doesn't love him. Give him the complete information on what you know and let him deal with it himself. Someone noted, rough situation. You should tell your father. That said, you should probably have an alternate living situation set up when you do. Another added, let your dad know and deal with the situation. She will blame you, be mad at you, etc., but honestly, you are the one who should feel all of that, and your dad, not her. Yep. Has your mom even met this guy in person? There are a lot of romance scams where a boyfriend has a sudden crisis and is asking for a large sum of money from the woman. Disclose to dad ASAP. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Your mom has all the access to the money. I saw a documentary about that, where people were scamming older women, acting like they're in love with them. It wasn't even just older women, it was some middle-aged women too. These people were sending a ton of money, hey, my car just broke down, can you help me? Because they've been talking for a while. Actually, I've met someone like that. I was at a dog park one time, sorry, this is a tangent, and this guy was telling me about how he met this woman overseas. He was an older guy with money. He had met this girl online, never met her in person, and had been sending her thousands of dollars. She kept promising to come see him. He bought the plane ticket, she didn't come. Then she's asking for more money. This man, for a good year, had been sending this woman tons of money. I was just looking at him like, wow, are you serious? It was sad. He knew she was probably scamming him, but he thought he loved her. I hope the guy is doing well. But man, yeah, it could be a scam. Your mom could be sending some young dude, or someone she thinks is a young model, a lot of cash. She could be. Someone said, oh, I feel for your dad and he needs to know. I think you should give your mom the option of telling him, i.e., ultimatum, you tell him or I will. There might be a lot you don't know and reasons you don't know, but if she's not giving you anything except to tell you not to worry about it, then I would worry about it, and your dad should at least have the information to act for himself. I agree. They might have a situation where he might be like, I know what she does, and I do what I do, because you said they've had a dead relationship for a long time, they don't even sleep in the same bed. You may end up finding out that your parents do what they want to do, they just stayed married for whatever reason. That's a possibility. You don't know what you're going to get. Be prepared, maybe your dad might have to go through a tough process. Maybe you'll discover they have an understanding. You absolutely need to tell your dad as soon as possible and let him know about the text messages. Maybe record you confronting her, telling her you're planning on telling him, which may lead her into confessing. But don't let your dad suffer not knowing. Yeah, definitely let him know, because you just don't know the situation. Just let him know and let him handle it. Oh, this is a good one, because this reminds me of a story. If your dad finds out about this and also finds out that you knew and didn't say anything about it, it's going to hurt. Maybe take some time to figure things out, but definitely tell him in private soon. He's going to have to get control over his bank account in order, especially before your mom finds out about it. Absolutely. You remember that story where family members knew and didn't say anything? That's messed up? Let your father know. Let your family member know. Let your sibling know in that situation. Because we just discussed a story where someone wanted advice. He was over his partner cheating on him but still watched their locations. Some people suggested anonymously letting the other person know and then moving on with his life. Because he obtained information in a questionable way, he needed to protect himself. But in this situation, this is his father. This is his family. Definitely, 100% tell your father. I wouldn't even give my mom the option to tell. I'm just immediately going to go tell my dad, like, listen, Dad, we need to sit and talk. This is what's going on. Someone says, dude, your dad already knows. And like I said, he probably does know. Your dad probably has a girlfriend. It happens. I wouldn't be surprised if they have that type of arrangement. I don't know how people do it, but I guess people do. Wow. Someone said, you should have kept your eyes to yourself first of all. Now you are in a mess. Stay out of it. Wow. And on that note, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments. I personally think he should tell his father and be prepared for whatever his dad tells him. But guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments. What a story, a 60-year-old woman. I'll catch you guys at the next one.